At the sniper range, Marisol focuses intently, her expression a mask of concentration. A sharp crack echoes as Marisol fires. The bullet narrowly misses its mark. Frustration etches itself onto Marisol's face as the timer remains untouched. A wave of disappointment floods Marisol as she grits her teeth in silent anger. Marisol stands, her expression hardening in resolve. In the dim solitude of her apartment, Marisol sits frozen, a certificate lying mockingly before her. The discarded certificate serves as a cruel reminder of dreams unfulfilled. Her eyes, devoid of hope, stare blankly into the abyss of what could have been. Lost in the labyrinth of her mind, she's trapped in a silent torment. The weight of unspoken dreams crushes her spirit, leaving her adrift in despair. Roberto bursts through the door, his face a canvas of stark terror. He struggles to breathe, each gasp amplifying the dread. His eyes dart wildly, reflecting the horror he has witnessed. The silence hangs heavy as Roberto fights to speak. His voice cracking, he utters the devastating words, "Dad's dead." The chilling revelation echoes, "In the attic." In the attic, police officers gather, their presence a stark intrusion into the silent, dusty space. Sunbeams cut through the grimy windows, illuminating motes of dust dancing in the air. One officer observes the scene, jotting down notes. The air is thick with unspoken questions. Amid the quiet investigation, a police officer declares, "Accident, no signs of foul play." In the dim light of the attic, dust motes dance around Marisol as she scans the aged floorboards. Her gaze lingers on a dark anomaly, unusual soot smudges marring the wood near an antique mirror. She leans closer, her curiosity piqued by the strange markings. The antique mirror looms silently, reflecting the eerie scene. Marisol's fingers trace the soot, her brow furrowed in concentration. A chilling realization dawns as she pieces together the secrets hidden in the soot and the mirror. In the dim attic, she cautiously approaches the antique mirror. Her fingers trace the spiderweb cracks that scar the glass, each touch a delicate exploration of forgotten history. A single ray of sunlight pierces through the gloom, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air like lost souls. A faint whisper echoes through the silence, "Help me." In the stillness of the attic, dust motes swirl like memories in a sunbeam. A spectral vision materializes in the mirror's depths. The pale girl's image flickers, a ghost in the glass. Then, as swiftly as it appeared, the image vanishes, leaving only the antique mirror. In the dimly lit apartment, Marisol is sitting alone, her face illuminated by the glow of her laptop screen. She is engrossed in a series of digitized newspaper articles, her brow furrowed in concentration as she scrolls. Her focus sharpens on a particular article: the enigmatic disappearance of Helena Marquez in 1924. The mystery of Helena Marquez from 1924 pulls her deeper into the digital archive. In the dimness, Marisol's face is lit by the laptop screen, her eyes locked on the digital page. The digital diary entry pulls her deeper into the story. The maid heard a child crying behind the walls. The chilling words echo in the silence of the apartment. A shadow seems to flicker at the edge of her vision. The room feels colder, the story more real. The room is cloaked in shadow, the moonlight barely piercing through the curtains. Marisol is caught in a restless dance with her dreams, turning fitfully in her bed. Her brow furrows, a silent testament to the turmoil gripping her subconscious. A whisper escapes her lips, barely audible. "Find me." The shadows lengthen, deepening the sense of unease that permeates the room. Marisol continues to slumber, unaware of the unseen forces that stir around her. Marisol jolts awake, her senses on high alert in the shadowy bathroom. Her eyes dart frantically, struggling to pierce the darkness. In the dim light, her gaze settles upon the mirror, her breath catching in her throat. A ghostly apparition of Helena appears in the reflection, her pale face a haunting vision. Marisol's eyes widen in terror as she confronts the spectral figure in the glass. The bathroom's dimness amplifies the horror of the moment. Sunlight bathes Marisol's apartment as she sits, her expression clouded by a secret. Marisol leans forward, her voice hushed. "I need to know what's up there." Celia listens, nodding slowly, absorbing Marisol's words. A spark of determination ignites in Celia's eyes, signaling a shift in resolve. Celia responds with unwavering support. Okay, I will help you investigate the attic. The room fills with a shared sense of purpose, the sunlight casting long shadows. Dust motes dance in the lone sunbeam slicing through the attic's gloom. Marisol and Celia stand before the antique mirror, their fingers gliding over its aged surface. A shared glance, a silent pact, and they press against the panel, the mechanism yielding with a groan. The panel gives way, revealing a cavity swallowed by shadow, beckoning them into the unknown. Marisol's eyes widen, a mix of fear and curiosity flickering in their depths. Celia reaches forward, her hand disappearing into the darkness as she prepares to face whatever secrets lie hidden. The hidden room stands silent, dust motes swirling in a beam of light, revealing forgotten relics. Amidst the debris, Helena's locket lies tarnished, a ghost of its former gleam. Beside it, a burnt doll bears silent witness, its features grotesquely disfigured by fire. A torn diary page, brittle with age, completes the somber tableau, each element shrouded in dust. On the attic roof, Roberto emerges, an old rifle in his hands. His gaze is distant, his face unreadable as he surveys the scene. The rifle, a relic of Marisol, hangs heavily in his grip, a silent figure against the bright sky, his intentions masked. The weight of the rifle seems to anchor him to a past he cannot escape. Sunlight streams into the dusty attic, illuminating a scene of unsettling stillness. Roberto's eyes widen with a strange, unfocused terror as he retreats. Each step backward seems forced, unnatural, as if he is moving against his will. He continues his slow retreat towards the wall, a silent scream trapped in his throat. Trapped. Roberto presses against the wall, his eyes reflecting pure dread. In the dimly lit attic, Celia's desperation peaks as she seizes Marisol's arm, a silent plea etched on her face. Marisol's face contorts in a grimace of discomfort, her eyes darting nervously between Celia and the looming threat beyond. Unseen by them, Roberto moves with eerie precision, his gaze fixed on the rifle slung ominously at his side. Each second stretches into an eternity as the weight of their predicament settles heavily upon them. The rifle slowly inches closer, a harbinger of impending doom that threatens to shatter the fragile peace. The attic air thickens with tension, a silent scream trapped between the rafters and the dust-laden floorboards. In the dim attic, Marisol fights with every fiber of her being to wrest the rifle from Roberto. Roberto's eyes reflect a haunting emptiness as he resists her desperate attempts. The struggle intensifies, each movement filled with raw emotion and desperation. Their hands grip tighter, the rifle a focal point in the intense conflict. The air crackles with tension as Marisol's determination clashes against Roberto's vacant resistance. Dust motes dance in the sunlight, filtering through the attic's grimy windows. Cracks spread like spiderwebs across the surface of an old, forgotten mirror. From the depths of the cracked mirror, Helena's spectral form begins to coalesce. Roberto stands oblivious, unaware of the ghostly presence materializing behind him. The spectral Helena fully materializes, a chilling presence in the dusty attic. In the dim attic, Helena stands among shadows, her face marred with sorrow, framed by the jagged edges of a shattered mirror. Each shard reflects a fragment of her despair, amplifying the weight of her unseen burdens. The harsh light of day pierces through the grimy windows, casting stark shadows that dance around her. Her weeping echoes in the silence, a haunting symphony of loss and regret. In the dimly lit attic, Marisol's movements grow deliberate, a rifle held taut between trembling hands. Her eyes, pools of doubt and suspicion, never leave Helena. Slowly, as if battling an unseen force, Marisol begins to lower the weapon. The barrel dips, yet her resolve remains unyielding, her gaze intense. Marisol struggles to decipher the truth in Helena's eyes, seeking clarity amidst the shadows. In the dim attic, Helena's steps echo as she approaches the antique mirror. Hesitation flickers across Helena's face as she pauses before the glass. A deep breath steals Helena's resolve as she reaches out. With a determined gaze, Helena steps into the mirror's cool surface. Helena vanishes completely, swallowed by the looking glass. The cracks in the mirror seal seamlessly, leaving no trace of her passage. In the attic's dim light, the mirror shatters. Glass explodes outward, each shard glinting menacingly. Roberto watches, eyes wide with terror, as the fragments rain down. He collapses, the weight of unseen forces dragging him down. Roberto hits the floor hard, the sound echoing in the confined space. Shards of glass settle around him like a deadly halo. In the dim attic, dust motes dance in the light as Marisol holds Roberto close, her heart breaking. Her tears fall onto Roberto's face, mingling with the settling dust of forgotten memories. The silence of the attic amplifies Marisol's sorrow, each sob echoing in the confined space. In her embrace, Marisol's tears are a testament to a love and loss, a silent scream in the quiet of the attic. In the dim attic, they stand before the vacant spot where the mirror once cast its reflections. An unsettling absence fills the musty air as no trace of its existence remains. The bare space whispers unanswered questions, deepening the mystery. A palpable tension lingers, hinting at unseen forces at play. The silence amplifies, each shadow seeming to conceal a hidden truth. Roberto's eyes flutter open, greeted by the stark emptiness of the attic. He's disoriented, the recent chaos now replaced by an unsettling calm. The rifle, his only companion, has vanished without a trace. A chilling realization dawns. He is utterly alone. The attic, once a sanctuary, now feels like a desolate cage. Marisol enters the transformed attic, a stark contrast to its former state. The antique mirror vanishes, replaced by a modern reflection of the present. The hidden room's entrance is now a seamless wall, concealing secrets of the past. She walks slowly through the room, a sense of unease settling over her. The attic whispers no tales, its silence a heavy shroud over forgotten memories. Weeks later, in the quiet solitude of the attic, she stands before the aged wall, her touch gentle yet searching. Her eyes, filled with a haunting curiosity, remain fixed on the empty space where a mirror once reflected secrets. A subtle shimmer emerges from the settling dust, a ghostly echo of what was once hidden. The unmistakable outline of a locket materializes, a spectral whisper from the past. A ghostly shape lingers, a silent testament to forgotten stories and lingering mysteries. Weeks later, the attic is cloaked in silence, dust swirling in the dim light that seeps through boarded-up windows. The air hangs heavy with the scent of decay and forgotten memories. The old house groans and creaks, its timbers settling under the weight of time. Silence pervades the attic, broken only by the ancient house settling. A voice echoes in the stillness. "Thank you." Weeks later, in the quiet of the attic, Marisol whirls around, startled by an unseen voice. She searches, but the attic remains empty, filled only with the soft glow of sunlight. The silence deepens, broken only by the gentle streams of sunlight filtering through the window. A sense of unease settles over Marisol as she realizes she is completely alone. Moonlight paints long shadows across Marisol's room, where silence reigns and the night air stirs the curtains. The open window invites the night breeze, carrying whispers imperceptible to most. A faint sound, like a secret carried on the wind, barely reaches Marisol's ears. Is it real, or just the product of her imagination? The whisper returns, weaving through the shadows, insistent and undeniable. A night where reality blurs with the unseen, and the silence speaks louder than words. Soft moonlight paints Marisol's bedroom, casting the room in gentle shadows. Marisol's breathing slows, and her eyes softly close. In her dream, Helena's pale, smiling face appears. Helena's face appears, pale and smiling, in Marisol's dream. Marisol smiles back, a sense of peace washing over her. Marisol's lips curve into a gentle smile, a wave of tranquility washing over her. The cemetery air hangs heavy with the scent of freshly turned earth, a silent testament to recent grief. Marisol pauses before a newly marked grave, the name Helena Marquez etched into the stone. She kneels, the weight of sorrow evident in her posture. With delicate care, Marisol places a locket on Helena's grave, a final token of remembrance. Bathed in the warm glow of lamplight, Marisol immerses herself in local history, her desk a chaotic landscape of books and papers. She navigates through digital archives on her laptop, her focused gaze intensifying as she delves deeper into the past. A faded photograph emerges on the screen, capturing her undivided attention. The image reveals a young Helena, her radiant smile as bright as the doll she clutches tightly. Marisol's expression softens, a flicker of recognition or understanding in her eyes as she studies the photograph. In Marisol's dream, the attic transforms into a haven of light, casting aside its usual gloom. A vision of youth. Helena, carefree and radiant, sits amidst the dust, lost in the simple joy of playing with her doll. The doll, a silent confidant, shares in Helena's innocent laughter. Time stands still, as Helena's world is filled with the warmth and light of a forgotten joy. The attic, now a stage for a cherished memory, echoes with the soft whispers of childhood dreams. Marisol and Celia step back into the shadowy attic, dust swirling around them in the faint sunlight. Sunbeams cut through the boarded windows, illuminating the silent search of Marisol and Celia. They kneel, their fingers tracing the lines between the aged floorboards, as if reading a forgotten map. Their eyes scan every inch of the attic, seeking an overlooked detail, a key to unlock a hidden truth. A sense of anticipation fills the attic, as Marisol and Celia continue their relentless search. In the dimly lit room, Marisol and Celia search, their desperation palpable as they kneel on the dusty floor. Fingers trace along the cracks of aged floorboards, each movement deliberate, in search of a hidden truth. With a grunt, Marisol prees loose a stubborn board, revealing a dark, secretive recess beneath. Celia reaches into the shadows, her anticipation building as her fingers close around something. She pulls out a small wooden box, its intricate carvings hinting at secrets long concealed. A tarnished lock secures the lid, a silent guardian of the mysteries within. In the dim light, Marisol struggles to unlock the secrets held within the weathered wooden box. With a final push, the box creaks open, revealing its hidden contents. A faded letter rests atop a small, aged key, promising untold stories and mysteries. Marisol gently lifts the letter, its fragile paper whispering of forgotten times. The small key glistens faintly, a silent invitation to unlock a hidden door. In the dimly lit apartment, Marisol sits alone at her kitchen table, bathed in the solitary glow of a single lamp. A weathered letter occupies her hands, its aged paper hinting at secrets and untold stories. Concern etches itself onto Marisol's face as she delves deeper into the letter's haunting contents. The letter is from Helena's mother, detailing her fear that Helena was being tormented by a malevolent spirit. The weight of the letter's revelation hangs heavy in the air, casting a pall over the room. In the dimly lit attic, Marisol searches for a hidden compartment. She spots the hidden compartment concealed behind old boards. With bated breath, Marisol inserts the key into the lock. The lock clicks open, revealing the secrets hidden within. Marisol pulls open the door, eager to uncover the mysteries concealed in the attic. In the dim light of the hidden compartment, dust swirls around her as she enters. She kneels amidst the relics of the past, sifting through faded photographs. The old photographs, their edges softened by time, whisper stories of forgotten moments. A tarnished silver mirror reflects a clouded image, its surface obscured by age. Lost in the echoes of the past, she holds the mirror, a silent observer of forgotten times. In the dim attic, Marisol approaches a silver mirror, her expression curious, yet cautious. She gazes into the mirror, her reflection staring back, still and silent. A subtle ripple distorts her reflection, a flicker of unease in the air. The distortion intensifies, twisting her image into something unrecognizable. A terrifying transformation occurs, her eyes turning black, devoid of light. The blackness in her eyes deepens, consuming her gaze as the mirror reflects a chilling presence. The attic door slams shut, sealing Marisol in a chilling solitude. The echo of the slam reverberates through the confined space, amplifying the sense of isolation. A palpable chill descends, the air growing colder, raising goosebumps on Marisol's arms. The temperature plummets dramatically, the sudden cold intensifying Marisol's apprehension. Marisol is trapped inside, the oppressive cold, a stark reminder of her vulnerability. In the haunted stillness of the attic, dust motes swirl in the moonlight, casting eerie shadows that dance with the clinging cobwebs. Marisol stumbles through the cluttered space, her ragged breaths echoing the growing terror that grips her heart. A shadowy figure emerges from the darkness, relentlessly closing in on Marisol, its menacing presence feeding her deepest fears. The creaking floorboards amplify Marisol's terror, each footstep a drumbeat of impending doom in the suffocating gloom. Marisol's piercing scream shatters the silence of the attic, a raw echo of her terror. Panic grips her as she realizes she is still trapped, the attic her inescapable prison. The room spins around her, a dizzying vortex of fear and disorientation. The attic presses in, a suffocating space that amplifies her desperate fight for escape. Dust motes dance in the single ray of sunlight piercing the gloom of the attic. Roberto appears at the attic door, a figure emerging from the shadows. His eyes, pools of absolute black, fixate on some unseen presence within the attic. Roberto's voice echoes through the confined space. "You cannot escape!" In the dimly lit attic, Marisol, consumed by rage, hurls the silver mirror with deadly force. The mirror explodes into 1,000 shards. Roberto is staggering backward, his face contorted in pain, his strength failing. Roberto collapses onto the dusty attic floor. The attic door creaks open, releasing a cloud of dust into the light. Celia appears in the doorway, her brow furrowed with worry. Her voice echoes in the cluttered space. "Marisol, are you okay?" The question hangs in the air, unanswered, as shadows dance around her. Silence descends once more, broken only by the faint creaks of the old house. In the bright daylight, Marisol's family home stands quietly, holding secrets within its walls. Marisol and Celia step out of the front door, their expressions unreadable as they leave the house behind. They walk away from the house, their figures growing smaller in the distance. The attic windows stare blankly, concealing the mysteries within. The secrets within the house remain undisturbed. Marisol and Celia continue to walk. Their journey is just beginning. Marisol sits in quiet solitude, the city lights painting a canvas of glittering diamonds before her. A soft smile touches Marisol's lips, reflecting a newfound serenity that settles over her. The twinkling city lights mirror the inner peace that now radiates from Marisol. In the stillness of the night, Marisol is finally at peace, a gentle calm washing over her. The lights of the city seem to celebrate Marisol's quiet triumph, each one a tiny spark of hope. Bathed in the soft glow of the city, Marisol embodies contentment, a beacon of tranquility in the urban night.